Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Bronson cut a promo on Roman Reigns. This was a great promo. I want a match where they hang the shoes from a telephone wire and they get a ladder. And one of them's got to go up and get those shoes back. Pretty sure they're wrestling at the Clash in Paris. Io and Roxanne was freaking great. These two are great. And great heat. The fans absolutely love Io. And the finish is the Kabuki Warriors rundown. They weren't supposed to be there. Like total heels, they hold Roxanne so Io can hit her. But Roxanne moves, runs them together, rolls up Io, and pins her. And they did an angle afterwards where Io and Asuka and Kairi, Io and Asuka get into a big argument. Asuka shoves her and storms off. Poor Kairi is heartbroken, which is about the saddest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. She ends up leaving with Asuka. So it looks like the Kabuki Warriors are turning heel. And we're going to get Asuka.
Io wouldn't be a horrible thing.
Oh, that's coming. And that's going to be awesome. That's another one, by the way. Golly, Asuka is so freaking great. Golly. Jey Uso did a promo. LA Knight showed up. He won. They both won the title, of course. Then we had Becky and Maxine. God bless Maxine. I wish her all the best. She seems like a very nice lady. But she is absolutely lost out there. And in 2006, which is funny because if Paul Walter Hauser looked on Cage Match, he wouldn't find this either. In 2006, Becky, as Rebecca Quinn, was doing a bunch of matches in Pacific, Washington. Okay? Pacific, Washington is as obscure as it sounds. They ran an automotive repair garage. They would take out the cars, set the ring up in some chairs, and people would do matches, 18 people there. And she was having significantly better matches with folks in that automotive garage in Pacific, Washington in 2006. This was rough.
Even story-wise, it would be like booking an MMA fight with me and John Jones. It's like, why would you do that?
Well, the only reason they did it is because Bayley challenged her. Wasn't like Adam Pearce decided.
But still, the company still decided to put one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time in there with a woman who, in storyline, is not any good yet.
Bayley did a pre-tape promo. She's just lost and sad and depressed. And then they go to Lyra, who now she feels guilty, but is trying to convince herself this isn't her fault. Bayley's got to figure this out on her own. We had Punk and LA Knight versus Braun. And this was not as good as the earlier matches with run-ins. It was fine. It was a basic match. They beat on Punk, and then he gave the hot tag to LA, and then they beat on LA, and he gave the hot tag to Punk, and he got him going there at the end, and then he ends up hitting the flying elbow. He tears his shirt off. He goes for the GTS, and Seth just runs in for the DQ again. It's like, oh my God.
Did you notice the Scott Steiner tutelage spot?
Which one?
When Braun was on the apron, he made sure the ring skirt wasn't under his toes before he jumped to the desk. If you recall the spot where Scott Steiner was on the apron and tried to jump on Test, who was in the aisleway, and his toes slipped on the ring skirt and he landed right on his face.
God.
Just watching Braun stand there and he's digging his toes in to make sure the ring skirt's not under them.
And he was gigantic.
Yes.
When he did that.
Landed terribly.
Yeah. So the heels beat down the baby faces. Jey Uso's music hits. He runs down. Bronson ends up punching the chair out of his hand. Jey makes the comeback, sends Bronson packing. Adam Pearce comes out, and he ends up signing a four-way Clash in Paris. Seth, Jey Uso, LA Knight, CM Punk. Seth is furious. They hit the ring. They all beat down the baby faces again. And it looks like at some point in the next 3 weeks, we have got a six-man to set up that Clash in Paris show. So it was all right. I mean, the finishes are terrible, but the show was fine, I would say.
They love their multi-man title matches.
Yeah,
Or multi-person. They do it with both men and women.
We've had a lot of those four-way matches lately. So the lineup thus far for Clash in Paris is the four-way, Seth, Jay, LA, and Punk. And then I guess whatever they're going to do with the women's world title, which actually, it was supposed to be Stephanie versus Naomi. Stephanie's not going to get her shot. Io also didn't get her shot. But I guess Io did lose to Roxanne. So they could do Io, Roxanne, and Stephanie in a multi-person match.
And if Naomi ends up being cleared, then it could be a four-way for the title.
Yeah. And then John Cena against Logan Paul. Which actually probably will be pretty good, for being honest.
One thing that was really impressive with SummerSlam, it's like Logan Paul, I think, was the first ever celebrity outsider wrestler guy that had to play the wrestler that carries the outside celebrity guy.
Yes, that happened.
And he did it well.
Have you grabbed your F4WOnline.com shirt yet? Well, we got a bunch of them. They're up in the store right now. F4WOnline.com/shirts. You can grab your -5 stars shirt, your Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer shirts, even the brand new After Dark Radio shirt. You love Granny? We have Granny's Gang shirts. Have you ever won a shoot battle royal? Probably not, but you can tell people you did. So check out the store. All of these great shirts and more. It's through Pro Wrestling Tees. F4WOnline.com/shirts. That's F4WOnline.com/shirts.